Hi, Dennis Hawkins of DennisHawkinsOnline, and the purpose of this video is to talk about the most essential part of doing an online business, right? And I explain what that essential part is inside the video that was recorded live on Facebook while I was in one of my organic fields, all right? At the end, you'll totally understand the most essential ingredient you need as an online marketer. See you on the inside.
Yep, the whole idea of this live streaming Facebook video today is about the topic nurture, right? Nurture and nurture and be nurtured. Gonna sit down here with my friends, right? Tomatoes are still growing nicely here at the very beginning of winter. Got these guys covered up about 3 weeks ago so they can keep producing more and more tomatoes, right? Which continues to nurture me and my family. Well, let's talk about how nurture relates to our online marketing here. So I've always been kind of amazed how much effort and time and energy people put into communicating to other online marketers to bring them into their online business, right? But the sun's shining over there. I think I'll turn my hat around. That's a new look for Grandpa here. Yeah, they spend a whole bunch of time, energy, effort communicating with other people to get to be known, liked, and trusted, so that maybe they can somewhere down the line do business together online. Right? Hello, Ann. How you doing there? If it's your first time seeing my live, please type a number 1 in the comment section down there. Yeah, so they nurture people for maybe 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, and then eventually there's a relationship built up on being known, liked, and trusted. But what amazes me is that during that process of getting to know the person and liking them and trusting them, not much effort was put towards thinking about having a long-term relationship, right? In Japan, the long-term relationship is what all our actions are based on, right? It might take 1 year, 2 years to join someone in their business or they join us in our business, but those people stay with you for 10, 15. In many cases, I have people that have stayed with me for more than 20 years. Now, what's the glue? What's the glue that keeps those relationships going on for years and even decades? Well, the glue is after you've established getting known, liked, and trusted, the glue is continued efforts in nurturing the relationship. So how do we nurture the relationship? Well, first, you have to avoid all negativity, right? Even if you feel it, if you see it, you just don't mention it, right? You always find the best in the people that you have the relationship with, and you only extrapolate. How's that for the new word today? Extrapolate. You only talk about the positive things, the good things that you see that they're doing, and that's how you nurture them, right? Oh, here comes a jet. He's not going to nurture me, I guess, with that sound. We live close to the Japanese self-defense force. Yeah, so I probably know some of those pilots. I've done some consulting with the Japanese military in the past. Hey, buddy, see you later. What a boring job, I gotta tell you. I couldn't sit in one of those little seats all day, like a fly. No thanks, man. I prefer to be out here with my vegetables. Yeah, breathe some oxygen as they breathe in what I exhale. Which again comes right back to the topic of nurturing, right? What I exhale, these plants breathe in, and what they exhale, I breathe in. So that's another form of nurturing that keeps us alive, actually. Right? So back to the topic. After we've spent a lot of time to get to know, like, and trust somebody, I think the next thing we need to have in mind is to follow them around. You know, what are they doing, right? And then support their activities. Like if they're making live videos, watch the live video. Make some positive comments, right? And that's a form of nurturing that relationship that was built over a period of time. So once a relationship is formed, that's not the end of it. Most certainly not. It's just like if you have a significant other, then why are you still with them after 10 years or 20 years? Because you've learned how to nurture the relationship. So I cannot, oh, here comes a butterfly. I don't know if you can see that guy or not. We still have butterflies? Yeah, this, I use a special technique that keeps the soil 25 degrees Celsius. I learned that from a master organic farmer. We use all that method now. It keeps our soil 25 Celsius. That's why you can sit on the ground and feel warm even in the winter. Yeah. Well, that special technique that he uses was all based on nurturing the nutrients in the soil and nurturing the natural bacteria in the soil, which, you know, when they're active, what do? They produce heat. Yeah. They produce heat, and that's why the soil is warm, and then the plants feel warm, and then they continue to grow. The reason that we cover them up is to keep off the chill that's in the air, or the moisture that's in the air, which could put a light frost on the plants, right? So as an organic farmer and as a person that really enjoys my business activities online, I would have to conclude my activities in my field, my activities online are all centered around what I do to nurture my plants or nurture my friends who are online creating their own brand, their own presence online, right? All right, so I want to thank Ann for dropping by here today. The other comments that I see later, I'll reply to them. And by dropping by here, I feel that's a form of nurturing or supporting my activities. And likewise, I will go over to Ann's Facebook page and see what she's doing, and then offer her some kind of support and nurturing for the activities she's putting her energy into. All right? Okay, well, that's it for me. I'm going to go and tend to my tomatoes Tend to my tomatoes. Yeah, that could be a song. Tend to your tomatoes. And then I'll nurture them a little bit, and then they're going to nurture me some more, right? So thanks for dropping by, and I'll leave you a reply to your comment later. Okay, bye-bye now.